Konnichiwa! In this video, we'll go over every step you need to become a Japanese language teacher in Washington, D.C., Maryland, or Virginia. Before we get into it though, here are two important notes. You should keep in mind that between ACTFL and JLPT, ACTFL is the one that's required if you want to be a Japanese language teacher in the US. JLPT is often approved if you want to work in Japan or work for Japanese companies in the US. And make sure to download our handbook. It has more details such as requirements and specific passing scores for each test you have to take. In Maryland, one private school offers a Japanese course and does not require any licensure. However, this school has its own requirements, so make sure to check that beforehand. For Maryland public schools, here's what you need. Pass Praxis Core Academic Skills for Educators or have minimum overall GPA of 3.0. Pass Praxis World Language Pedagogy and take the ACTFL Japanese Oral Proficiency Interview and Writing Proficiency Test. And submit verification of experience that proves 3 years of teaching experience. You can apply for other subject endorsement by passing Praxis Subject and Pedagogy. DC offers a Japanese program only at one public high school. For this, you have to complete content coursework, pass Praxis Core Academic Skills for Educators, and Praxis World Language Pedagogy. To prove your Japanese proficiency, consult with the Office of the State Superintendent of Education. For Virginia public schools, these are what you need. To complete content coursework, pass VCLA, Praxis Reading for Virginia Educators, ACTFL Japanese Oral Proficiency Interview, and Writing Proficiency Tests. And if you want to teach subjects like mathematics or science in Japanese, instead of teaching Japanese language, you can also consider working for these schools with Japanese immersion programs. For this, you have two options. One is to earn K6 elementary licensure by completing content coursework and internship, pass VCLA, and Praxis Reading for Virginia Educators. Then prove Japanese language proficiency with either ACTFL or major in Japanese, or complete 30 semester hours of coursework above the intermediate level in Japanese, plus 3 semester hours of methods of teaching foreign language at the elementary and secondary level. The second way is to earn K-12 foreign language licensure in Japanese by completing the earlier 4 requirements. Add K-6 elementary education endorsement by passing Praxis for 4 subjects: reading, math, science, and social studies. And then complete a 3 semester hour course in dual language instruction methods and assessment. For higher education institutions, you need a master's degree and/or PhD. In general, master's degree holders focus on language instruction, while PhD holders can teach their research field like literature and linguistics in addition to the language. The degree related to language or Japanese is preferred, but not a must. But each institution has its own requirements, so make sure to check that before you apply. Here are tips that can help you reach your goal. Brush up your Japanese while you're in Japan. Take JET's online Japanese courses. Hang out with the locals. Prepare for the ACTFL tests. And diversify your teaching methods. These will make you an even stronger candidate for open positions. Seek ways to take coursework while you're in Japan. Prepare to apply for Teacher's Education Program. Take an online master's course, and aim to earn multiple licenses. You can also register to be a substitute teacher to speed up the hiring process. This will also give you a chance to familiarize yourself with school culture. If you have an active or expired professional certificate from other states, have completed an educator preparation program, and have satisfactory teaching experience, you may qualify for a DC, Maryland, or Virginia license. Each state has its own requirements, so please check the information carefully. We listed the links in the handbook. Join a Japanese Teachers Association. This will keep you posted on useful opportunities like workshops, conferences, and even help you find a mentor by networking. Please be sure to choose MAATJ as your local affiliate so that we can help you whenever you need it. And finally, if you're still on the fence, be sure to check out this video. Our current Japanese language teachers will tell you why they chose to go that path.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
こんにちは. I'm the Japanese language instructor at Mary Baldwin University.
Japanese teacher here at Langley High School.
グレートフォルズ小学校で日本語イマージョンを教えています。
My favorite thing about teaching Japanese language is being able to share my passion and love of the Japanese culture with my students.
卒業後もメッセージを送ってくれたり、教え子の活躍ぶりが見られるのもいいところかなと思います。
My favorite part of my job is getting to watch my students' minds open up about other cultures.
My advice to any person, don't be intimidated by the proficiency test.
Even if you don't have a teaching degree, just go and be a Japanese teacher.
教師になる前は、全然違う仕事をしていたんですが、なせばなるです。
日本語教員は言語と文化を通して次世代を育成するとても素敵なお仕事だと思います。
Language is what connects us to each other, and there's nothing more valuable than learning to communicate with others.
If you are thinking about being a Japanese language teacher, I have one thing to say to you. 頑張れ!
頑張ってください。
頑張ってください。応援しています。
Teach Japanese,
Cultivate students' global mind.
And with that, we wish you the best and hope to see you soon in our DMV Japanese community.